It's not showing up for some reason. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lining Up Ducks. I am trying to get my computer set up. I have been running a little bit behind today. Nothing's coming through. All right, let's see. Why is this not working? Oh, yay, I have someone on there. Okay, hey, Brandon. All right, it's working. For some reason, it's not working on our end. So let me turn my computer down. Hi, guys. Hello. All right, I am trying to get my computer set up so I can see comments because we're going to do a live Q&A, which is the first time we've ever done this. And I have got a huge Cyber Monday surprise for y'all. Oh, there's Scott, so he sees it. Let me see if I can figure out how to get my computer going. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, that way I can see your comments. Okay, so I am blown away. I mean, just absolutely blown away at the support that y'all have been just amazing about the bankruptcy video that we posted. I cannot tell you how long I have struggled with, oh, hi Sharon from Alabama, my home state. Roll Tide. We have just been overwhelmed by the love and support that y'all have been. I was so scared to share that with y'all because, you know, it's just that was such a hard time in our lives, and it's a little bit scary to put yourself out there like that. Oh, Brandon, you're close. It's just a little bit scary to put yourself out there like that and kind of share those pieces of yourself. So I cannot tell you thank you enough. I have been we, Scott included, he's on the comments, have been so incredibly blessed by y'all's love and support. And Yang says, thank you for being so vulnerable and thank you for trusting us with your story. You are so welcome. It was a lot. The Lord worked on me for a really long time about sharing that with us. And of course I had to talk to Scott about it because it's not just my story, it's his, you know, I'm the one that's most of the time in front of the camera, but he is 100% every bit and piece, behind every little bit of this business. It's our business. And it's our channel and it's our ministry. It just so happens that he's a little camera shy. So you will actually see him. We are going to participate in Vlogmas this year, which is a huge undertaking. I'm not camera shy. Yes, you are. It is a huge undertaking to attempt 25 videos in 25 days, but we're going to do them short and sweet. But Scott's doing a whole series for you. He's got a whole series planned. It's going to be something called We Three Things. So it's 3 things, just short and sweet about all kinds of stuff. 3 things that we wish we had known before tiny living. 3 things that we wish we had known before becoming parents, before filing bankruptcy, before all of these things that, just 3 small short things. And then I am going to do our 2021 budget series and then introduce another series called Budgeting Bites, which are going to be small little pieces of budgeting, fun, as I consider it fun, that you can, sneak off for 5 to 7 minutes and look at. You don't have to watch a whole 20-minute video. Okay, let me check the comments really quick so I can kind of get to this. Brandon says this story is a true representation of what everybody should be able to do and be able to get done. I said this already, but I admire you both, you and your family, for what you've accomplished. You are so sweet, Brandon. Thank you so much. Okay, before we get into the Q&A, I want to tell you what my Cyber Monday is. So I had a lot of comments in my budget planner release that y'all were asking for a physical product. And the reason we haven't done one was because I'm a nervous ninny about sales tax. It has nothing other to do than that, but I'm a nervous ninny about sales tax. But I listened. So for Cyber Monday, we are going to introduce something called Sophie's Superheroes. So you know our third child, Sophie, has medical special needs, and she requires surgery for a venous malformation on her face every 3 months, which is early intervention treatment. Well, since the Ronald McDonald House is shut down in Houston right now to new families, at least new families that are there as short of time as we are for a week, these surgery trips are giving us a giant swift kick in the budget. So for a, thank you to y'all and a good, hopefully, boost in Sophie's surgery fund, I am doing a special release. So it is a physical product of our annual budget planner that we just released. So it will be disc bound because I don't have another way to find it, but it's going to be disc bound, not necessarily these colors. And then everything is in full color. So you will have a physical copy, plus I've got 10 cash envelopes that go in the set, and there's four brand new envelopes in here that have never been released before. So you have 6 of the favorite envelopes, which are the gifts, the oops, which is a cornerstone of our budgeting, Christmas, auto, personal money. Brandon, if you get one of these, I may have to do a mail personal money for you. Groceries, and then these are the 4 new ones. This was a heavily requested one. It is medical, so this is for prescriptions and things like that. This is home and house. I had to change the house fund because the other one was using up a ton of toner. This one is, you can use it for debt payoff, or we were going to use this one for our online shopping, so putting money back into the account for our online shopping. And then this is the brand new food envelope. My light's getting in the way. So this is the brand new food envelope. So because all of my envelopes are custom printed, I print them myself, and I do most of the designs myself, or I purchase the designs. They are a little costly to produce. So the envelopes would be $3 a piece if I sold them individually, and this would be, I can't remember. But anyway, the whole set, if you bought the stuff individually and I decided to sell things, physical products individually, would be $66. So we're doing a Cyber Monday sale for $49, which is the budget binder. It's the budget thing, and I can do 2 sizes. I can do 8.5 by 11, or I can do the disc bound size, which is 9 by 7, and the 10 cash envelopes. So that is now up on my Linin Up Duck site. Let me see if I can get that link into the comments. And all right, that is now up on my Linin Up Duck site. If you watched the live release, your 15% off coupon that I gave you in the live release will work on the physical products. So I think it's $7.70 for shipping and domestic shipping, because I'm going to do just flat rate shipping. And that's it. So this is every single dollar of this, once we have repaid the house for our expenses to create the products, are going directly to Sophie's medical care. So everybody that is purchasing this Cyber Monday release is going to be one of Sophie's superheroes, which is something you will hear more about coming in the new year. Okay, so let's do our live Q&A. Let me flip back through and see if I've got any questions already. Okay, Brandon, look at Brandon. Brandon paid $10,000 down on your car. Brandon, that's amazing. Awesome job. All right, so one of the biggest questions I got after our video, and Scott, I may let you chime in on the comments on this one, is how Scott handled the loss of our daughter, Amelia Grace. So Amelia Grace was born, stillborn, June of 2015. And as you saw in my last video, I completely shut down for 6 months. And it took me about 4 years to completely recover my joy. And Scott, I'll let you kind of chime in the comments, but one of the biggest comments that I got was how you handled it. And Scott was, in my eyes, he was a superhero. He kind of compartmentalized everything and just took over the whole running of the household. He became mom and dad because mom was not functioning. But he has a tough time with it still. He won't go to her grave, and not unless I drag and kick and screaming. But her grave to me is my quiet place. It's my closest. Oh, here I am. I'm gonna cry. It is my it's the place where I feel closest to God. So what you don't know, and what I didn't tell you in the other video, was we have another angel baby as well that we lost in between our third and our fourth child as an early miscarriage. So both of our babies are Amy Grace's grave is there, and our second miscarriage gave me a lot of peace. I was so sad to lose that baby, but it gave me a lot of peace because our baby Amy Grace has a playmate. We're assuming that one was a girl because we have all girls, and we lost a girl. But it's kind of a race to see which one of us gets to heaven first and gets to name her. Gets to name the baby that we don't know what it is. So anyway, that's kind of, that was the biggest question that I got in the comments was how Scott handled it. But he's a superhero. He takes care of me. It's got to be a lot to have a wife with a disability that, and then 4 kids on top of it. So he's like my superhero. All right, guys. Budget questions, personal questions, whatever you have, throw them at me. And we will do a quick Q&A, but I really wanted to tell you about the Cyber Monday super sale that y'all have been asking for, and then our Sophie superheroes that's going to be introduced. Hi, Amy. We've got Amy on. Let me see who else we have on. We have Christina. Oh, Christina, every time I see your name, my best friend's name is Christina, and we call her Aunt Christy. So every time I see Christy or Christina, I think it's my friend Christy. Gina. Oh, so sweet. I love that idea. So sweet to incorporate Sophie's story into it. Yes. And I'm being honest. Her surgeries, just the travel. That's not including the other stuff. Just the travel cost us $1,200 a quarter. And that's doing it on a budget. That's finding the very lowest airfare and trying to get the lowest hotel rates and all that kind of stuff. It's like $1,200 a quarter. The website link you put in the comments, the one that leads to your, hang on, Brandon. Let's see. Is the website link the one? It should be the one. Yeah, Scott, 12 to 1,500 per twit. Sorry, you're getting to see the top of my head. That should be my store. That should be direct link to the budget release product. That should be that direct link. If it's not, just go to Lining Up Ducks and go to shop, and I will, in fact, I'll just do this on my computer real quick to make sure that's going through. But anyway, her trips cost us roughly $1,200 to $1,500 per quarter, and that's just the travel. Ronald McDonald House is closed down right now for new families because of COVID. And we used to could do it for about $600, and that was like super budget, super budget friendly, because Ronald McDonald House provides a lot of meals, and it provides our housing for free. But because they're shut down, the last 3 surgeries we've had to pay all out of pocket, and it has been pretty hard. Her surgeries themselves, just our copay is $1,700 each. So her medical care takes up a ton of our budget, which we are just grateful and glad and happy to do. But it does, having Sophie superheroes that we're going to be, I'm kind of looking into doing some fundraising and stuff like that. But this is our very first fundraiser for Sophie superheroes, and I hopefully y'all are gonna love it too. But I'm gonna start our new budget stuff. These should all be shipped out in time for Christmas. So hopefully you will get them by Christmas. For certain, you will get them by the first of the year. It'll take me about probably a week to 10 days to get everything produced because I've still got everything. I spent my Black Friday shopping for supplies for this. So anyway, shopping online. I can't shop in a store. There's a video about that. It's coming out. Okay, does anybody have any questions? I haven't seen any questions come across. And Scott's so funny. It's like, any questions? If I don't have any here, I've got several that I've got. Brandon, let me see. Have you ever thought of making a small container with designs to hold the envelopes if you keep them in your home? Have you ever thought of, all right, Brandon says, have you ever thought of making a small container with designs to hold the envelopes if you keep them at your home? Yes, I have, but that would involve me, and I actually have looked into it, that would involve me doing, probably having something designed and made in China. And I have looked into it, I'm just not quite there yet. Right now, the little clear bag that I use, I get at the Dollar Tree. Hang on, I can reach mine. Hang on, I'll get it to it and I'll show it to you. Oh, goodness. Okay, the one that I keep all of my envelopes in that I use on my channel, and I actually sold these on my Etsy site for a while, but I get it at the Dollar Tree. I got it at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so Christina says, how is the RV model going? It's kind of stalled. Scott worked a ton on it today, and I've got a few more things. I did finally finish sewing the curtains. Finally! I'm so done. I used to like to sew. Not anymore. So, yeah, Scott says 90% done. So we've got to redo some of the floors, and we are waiting on my dad's renovation to get finished because we're going to get some free baseboard trim molding. But we're going to do our walkthrough of the RV for our 1-year YouTube anniversary, which is going to be coming up in the next week. So I've got a lot of straightening up to do. You can't see behind me because I have a mountain of pillows behind me, but I spilled something on the bed, so there's no sheets on the bed right now. Okay, so let me see. Gina says, have you guys been able to finish up your to-do list for the reno video? That's basically the same thing that Christina just asked. No, I've got some. Yes, I spilled hard cider on the bed. I was trying to avoid telling everybody I was drinking while I was working. Thanks, Scott. So I've got to paint this behind me. This is going to be painted. I got to hang a shelf. That's like Scott's, next project on the list. Oh, I know, Brandon. He totally exposed me. And then we've got some serious organizing to do. One of the things that we've got on our budget list this year is to get completely out of the storage area, which is going to be more downsizing, more donating. Oh, goodness gracious. Maybe I'll show y'all the storage unit for y'all's, for one of the Vlogmas videos, but I'm going to try to keep all those short and sweet. The basement is a hot mess. Yes, it's a hot mess and a bag of chips. The basement of the RV is nice and big, but for the last little while, we've just been throwing stuff in there, and I'm like, I love to organize things, but that's giving me hives. So I have not even tackled it yet. I have bought the containers, but I haven't tackled it yet. Okay, so anybody else? One of the questions that I got in one of our videos was where I get my pearls that I wear all the time. I don't have them on today. They were my grandmother's. They were my grandmother's pearls. She died in 2019. And was it 19? Maybe it was 2018. Yeah, no, it's 2019. No, was it 18, honey? Okay, my dad will chime in here in a little while when he answers, but when he hops on. But she passed away, and those were my grandmother's pearls. The earrings my mother gave me, and pearls pretty much go with everything. And, they're the reason somebody asked me one time why I was doing housework in pearls, and because no matter if I have makeup on or not, it makes me feel like I am actually halfway put together if I'm wearing pearls. It's a Southern thing. Have you ever seen all those Southern women that used to clean their house in pearls? I don't know. I like them. They go with everything. So anyway, that's what I wear. Okay. Janelle Roseberry says, is there anything you regret getting rid of or not getting rid of prior to your move into the RV? Yes, I regret not getting rid of our king size mattress. Scott, I'm going to blame that one on you. And I guess the other thing, I don't really regret. The only things I really have regretted getting rid of were things that I have found a use for. Like, I didn't realize I was going to be making any more cash envelopes, and I had gotten rid of all of my paper. So all of my good, I print my cash envelopes on legal size, really nice quality color stock paper. And so I got rid of that. But we still have a lot of stuff to get rid of. I mean, my mom joked the other day. I was like, every time she comes over, I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, I just did the dishes, or she goes, who are you kidding? It looks like this every time I come over here. I'm like, thanks, Mom. I haven't really missed anything, though. I mean, we've gotten, Walmart's paying the storage fees. Oh yeah, I remember that area. Thank you. Okay, so somebody else, you have a basement under your tiny house. Miss Justice says you have a basement under your tiny house. It's actually it's actually an RV. So there's always a basement underneath the RV. Hey, Robin. Okay, Kathy Sharon, hey Kathy, says, is it loud outside living there? Not really. There's only one like really annoying neighbor that we have, and they're off base, and they play music really loud at night at like 10:30 at night, and you can hear their bass from, I don't know, 6 blocks away. They're really annoying, but we have loved it. I mean, our kids, in fact, my 6-year-old Kate today, it's been raining. It's been yucky and raining all day today. And she was like so bored. And she says, Mom, there's nothing to do. They can't go outside. I'm so bored. And that is like a 180-degree shift from where they were when we lived in a house or an apartment. Because they seriously never wanted to go outside when we lived in a house or an apartment, and now I can't get them to come in. They're playing in the dark. They want to go play in the rain. I mean, our kids have totally turned into outside kids, which is wonderful because they were couch potatoes. Okay, Amy says, just wanted to say hi. I love your channel. Hi, Amy. Do you sell pre-made envelopes on your Etsy site? I am shifting all of my products from Etsy over to my own website because I had a lot of people steal my ideas and then undercut me on price. And because I print all of my envelopes and they're custom designs, or they are designs that I have paid for, I cannot sell them for $1 a piece. I was losing money like crazy. And even at $2 a piece, I was just breaking even. So right now, I am doing, if you missed the beginning of the video, I'm doing a fundraiser for our daughter's medical care. So I do have my budget, a brand new setup for Cyber Monday, which is my budget pack and 10 envelopes, and including 4 new envelopes that I've never released before. So that is up on my website now. I may eventually be able to talk Scott into some type of monthly release, limited release of envelopes, or something like that, but keeping a rotating stock of envelopes, we just don't have space in the RV. So I'm toying around with the idea of a monthly limited release that, would be a set of, 10 envelopes, and there's, 20 sets of them or something like that. And when they're gone, they're gone. Okay, so let me see. Amy, I thought Scott would miss stuff because he didn't want to get rid of some stuff, and he had in one of your videos. Yes, I thought he's totally a pack rat. Y'all, you should see how many hats he has around here. But he is, in his opinion, selling too. So let's see. Kathy, oh, loud music. Yikes. Goodness, you don't, thank goodness you don't live any closer, and that's good. Your kids like to play outside. Miss Justice says, I have a neighbor that drives me crazy. This little goofy motorbike at 3 a.m. Oh, my heavens. Let's see. Miss Jo says, is that it's terrible for people to steal others' ideas. Yes, you know, I had started mixing in some Hobby Lobby paper stock to try and break even on the pricing, and finally I just decided to quit selling on Etsy because I just couldn't keep up with. I was getting nasty comments because other sellers had figured out what I was doing, like mixing in the Hobby Lobby stuff. And they were going and buying the same paper packs and selling them for $1 a piece, and I was selling them for $2 or $2.50 a piece to try and make up the difference between the ones that I printed and the ones that and the price that I had to sell them for. And so I was getting a lot of nasty comments, and I don't have time to deal with that mess. I mean, you know, I do this, like my Etsy and my products are a service for my YouTube channel. They are because I love my viewers, and I want y'all to have, you know, I want y'all to have access to everything that I have. Oh, and don't forget, in the description box of all of my other videos, if you don't have a coupon code, it will work on this. There's a YouTube thank you coupon code in there for you being a YouTube viewer. Okay, hang on, let me catch up on comments. Can you give the link to your website? Yes, there's the link. Let's see. So most of your downloader envelopes are still on Etsy. Yes, in fact, I have like, I have probably close to 60 designs, and I think I only have like 30 on Etsy. So January 1, my priority is getting everything uploaded onto my website, including I think I have about 60 designs that are up, and a lot of them are ones that y'all have requested, like debt envelopes, and this medical envelope was one you'd requested. I've got one for dental that I haven't uploaded yet. So I mean, a lot of these were ones that y'all have requested, and I just haven't had time for. But I got to get through Christmas. Taking on this fundraiser for Sophie's superheroes is as much as I can take on with 4 kids at Christmas. Starting January 1, though, I am hightailing it into getting all of my downloadables up on my website. Okay, so Buster Living, how long are you planning to stay in the RV, and what's the plan afterwards? Okay, that looks like a 2-step process. New and have been watching, but I didn't see the answer to that. But Mom of 5 could easily have missed that. Okay, yes, if you're a mom of 5, I need parenting advice, please, because my 4, you know, my monkeys run my circus instead of the ringmaster. Okay, how long do we plan on staying in the RV? I don't know. We actually, when we originally had this idea, it was going to kind of be like a 2-year, you know, let's, you know, buy land, save a house. But we've honestly had so much peace in our lives and loved the simple living so much. We've just decided to let God show us when the right time to move is. We're just going to save like crazy and, you know, just kind of let God see, you know, let God show us when the right time to move is. We're not planning on anything. We're going to be saving like crazy to buy land and build a house. We would like to build a house for cash and never have debt again. We have no credit cards. We have only Scott student loans, and after the bankruptcy, we just said no more, never again. And so, anywho, let's see. Let me look down here real quick. Parenting tip, day by day, no tips, because then they humble me and I don't have to. Yeah, I have to change my parenting method on a regular basis. I mean, like, seriously. It's like a freaking master's degree to have a large family. It's crazy. Amy Lynn, I missed the beginning of the video. Thank you for answering my question. I'll check out your link. Thank you, Amy. Janelle Briggs, hi. I am sure that you may have mentioned that before, but how will you and Scott, how often will we have to travel for Sophie? I think is what you're asking. Sophie, we have to travel every 3 months. So she has surgery on her venous malformation. If you haven't checked it out, there's a video, and y'all, no judging, that was one of my very first videos. There's a video in my history that gives her whole diagnosis, background. She's had this since she was born. It was misdiagnosed for a couple of years, and, you know, just Scott and I stayed on top of it and did our research. And, you know, we finally found an amazing facility, and there's only a few facilities in the country that actually do early intervention. What she gets is early intervention laser therapy for a venous malformation is what she has. And we are blessed that her venous malformation right now is small enough that it can be treated with lasers. I have friends in the venous malformation community that their children are being treated by what's called sclerotherapy, which is kind of the same thing as to how they treat varicose veins. They inject a solution, some type of solution into the veins that causes them to shrink. And so, but right now we are still successfully avoiding that, and we're so happy because that just opens up a whole nother world of complications. And so we're treating Sophie with the lasers and the early intervention lasers as long as possible. Okay. So Buster Living, I was so touched by that video. Oh, thank you. We figured out my daughter's heart problem that was also misdiagnosed at the beginning. I get it. You have to be their advocate. Yes. I did not understand. I have friends that have medical special needs children, and I did not understand what it was to be a medical special needs parent until I had a medical special needs child. And wow, you have to be you have to be an expert. I mean, Scott and I had pegged her diagnosis long before the doctors did, and we found an amazing team of doctors in Josie, I think your computer is, I think you're sitting on one of your buttons. Or your cat or your dog or something. But anyway, we found an amazing team of doctors at Texas Children's Hospital in Houston. And, you know, it's just, you know, it's just a God thing. You know, we lived in San Antonio for 1 year, and it was all for a reason. We learned so much while we were there. I learned I don't like to be away from my family. But we have, what's up, love?
You missed one.
Oh, did I miss one? Here,
No.
let me see.
It's a good one.
Which one?
I want to take us to develop our month ahead.
Ah, there he is. That is a good one. Anywho, that's it on Sophie. Okay, Janelle Roseberry says, how long did it take us to develop our month ahead fund? I'm having trouble with that. Okay, that is an awesome question. So we did our starter emergency fund first. Now, I always consider, yes, he really just ran into the room, Brandon. I always want you to consider, Dave Ramsey says $1,000 starter emergency fund. Well, $1,000 for a large family was never enough. Because if you think about it, if we have a car emergency, we have 6 people. You can't buy a car that will fit 6 people that's reliable for $1,000. So I, always encourage people to consider the size of their family before they set theirs. So our starter emergency fund was $2,000. And because we could find a beater minivan, for $2,000 if we had to. After that, we hard focused on our month ahead fund. And when I say hard focused, just like with our emergency fund, we stopped everything. We didn't do any extra spending. We focused on our month ahead fund. And really, if you just, your month ahead fund, I've got 2 videos out about it. And we cut back on our spending, our grocery spending. We cut back on our restaurant spending. I tried not to go anywhere, other than taking the kids to school and back. That way we had less gasoline money, and literally everything that was left over in the cash envelopes went directly into the month ahead fund. And yes, Scott said we did have a garage sale or 2 when we were in San Antonio for that month ahead fund. So it is life-changing, that month ahead fund. And I want to brag on Scott for a minute. I have always been the nerd in our marriage. I've always done the budget, and he's the free spirit. It was his idea of the month ahead fund. So definitely listen to your budgeting partner if you have one, because they sometimes can see past the things that the nerd has been overlooking for a long time. Okay, hang on. Let me look down here for the comments. So Buster, I never heard of anyone else doing a month ahead. We do a little bit differently than you. Not bad, just different. But one way you save a month ahead is to call your mortgage company. Really? I haven't heard about that. You're going to have to message me about it and tell me about it, because that's one of the videos that I've got planned for next year. Is kind of ideas for getting ahead in your month ahead fund. Let's see. Ask them to move your mortgage a month ahead. So if you pay May of 2030, they move it to June of 2030. Okay. Yes. Is it Sodbuster? Oh yes, apparently I'm mispronouncing. Sorry. He just needs to be sitting right here next to me. Okay, we're like at 35 minutes. Okay, so last question. Does anybody have one more question? Okay. Okay, I don't see another question. So, I've got several Q&A videos planned. I've got one more filmed. Okay, Brandon, how do you manage all of your time? Ha! I'm trying. Okay, a lot of my time gets taken up with the kids. So I have been doing some live planning videos with that literally, y'all, if you haven't figured it out in all of my other videos, I have ADHD. And mine is primarily attention focused, and I am medicated, and I need it. I have been through periods of my life where I was not medicated and I didn't function. But I struggle. I really struggle. And a lot of that is my ADHD. I have no concept of time, which is if you have or know someone that has ADHD, check out the channel, How to ADHD on YouTube. Awesome. It is an adult. It is based off of adult ADHD. She is amazing, and I've learned so much from her, but I'm working on it. I have learned that I have to have lists. I spent the last few weeks trying to do it like the big CEO gurus that have been scheduling their time, and I can't do it that way because I forget the things that need to be done. So I have to have lists. And that is a lot of what's in the budget planner. There are lots of little lists that are incorporated into the budget planner so you do not forget those extra little expenses. How long have you been YouTubing? It is coming up on 1 year next week, Kathy said. And were you nervous? Yes, I was a nervous wreck to start with, but I was more nervous and paralyzed by the written word, and because I'm constantly searching for the right word and to make it perfect. I'm a slight bit of a perfectionist. And yes, I was super nervous to begin with, but I knew if I would just turn my camera on and talk, it would be a blessing to us, and y'all have been the most amazing blessing. Okay, so I'm going to cut it off here because we're running at 37 minutes, and holy wow, this is fun. We may have to do these more often. Okay, so one more time. So we have the Sophie Superheroes Cyber Monday package that is going to be 10 cash envelopes. It'll get you started, and includes 4 brand new designs, and then a physical copy of our budget Money Made Easy. And I don't have the option up for a 9x7. I'll get on there and put that up there now. That way, if you already have a classic happy planner, a classic size happy planner, you can pop it into your planner. But this is an 8.5 by 11. This is what I use because I have 4 kids and I have to, I gotta have a lot of space. So anywho, this, if I sold all of the stuff separate, it would be $66. Is this for a color printer? This is the physical copy. This is a limited release physical copy. So there's 30 of these available. I got enough supplies on Black Friday to do 30 physical planners as a fundraiser. Now, if you are a YouTuber, which I'm going to mention this in another video, if you are a YouTuber and you're interested in using the Money Made Easy planner in your videos, please email me. It's lininupducks@gmail.com. Okay, guys, I have so had fun with this, but we are now running on 40 minutes. I have no concept of time. I love y'all. Y'all are like the biggest. Yes, Sodbuster, this is the actual copy. It's a limited release, because, I don't really have a ton of space here. But yes, for right now, this is a limited release of 10 envelopes and the Money Made Easy, and I'll pop it in the comments one more time. And as soon as I get done with the live, I'll get the description box filled out with it in there. So Cyber Monday, Hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I will see you in Vlogmas. 24 videos in 24 days. I do believe I'm crazy. Have a good night, guys. Bye.